Hello, welcome to this video. This video is going to show you how to check the oil, water on a little, this is a Seat Me. It's a 2017 model, so it's probably the same as the little Volkswagen version they do of it, and also the Skoda. So if you want to check the oil, this is the dipstick, and this is where the oil goes in. This is the dipstick. This is the thing that we're going to use to tell us. This tells us how much oil is in the engine. So what we do is just pull it up, and then what we're looking for is thank you. We're looking here on the dipstick. We're just looking at the scale. Now this is the scale on the end of it, so I don't know if you can see it here. So there's a little checkered area there, and that's the low and that's the high. This sits in the fluid and tells the level. So what you do is you pull it out, you give it a wipe so it's nice and dry, there's nothing left on it. Then you stick it back in, gently push it back in. Now that's sitting in the oil in the bottom of the engine, and we're going to pull it up, and we should see there. Can you see that where the oil is? So in this car the oil level is right at the top. You might have to do that a couple of times because sometimes it's a little bit tricky, so I'll show you it just again. So stick it in all the way down till it's down nice and firm, back up, there you can see it's nice and against the blue cloth. There you go. So there's plenty of oil in that. So that's how you check the oil. If you need to fill the oil up, then we're going to use, this is the oil filler, so just turn it through 90 degrees, pull it up, check the cap, and we're going to pour the oil in here. So if you're not sure, get a funnel or something, because you don't want to pour all around the engine, it makes a mess and everything else. And then pour as much as you need to when you pour it in there. If you're not sure, the dipstick on this from bottom to top, right from the very bottom all the way to the top, is probably not a lot. It's probably about half a pint or something like that. So add about quarter of a pint or about a cupful, half a cup or a cupful, and then leave it for a couple of minutes, let all that oil work its way to the bottom of the engine, check the dipstick, and see how you get on. Second thing is water. So this is the water. So the best thing to do is, what we're probably going to do is just put a torch under the bottom there, and we're going to see, you can see the fluid level. And now this has got a minimum and a maximum, and it is around here. So I can see at this point now, by shining the torch, giving it a bit of a wobble, that the fluid is at the maximum level. If you were to look around the back there, you'll see it says minimum and maximum on this plastic container. If you are going to top the water up, make sure you do it when the vehicle is cold, because this can be under pressure. So don't do that after you've been driving or the engine's hot. Check this when the engine's cooled down after a few hours. That's where the windscreen washer goes. This is missing the cap, so we'll get a new cap ordered up for this. So in there we're just going to stick windscreen washer fluid and water. If you haven't got any windscreen washer fluid, just water is fine, but obviously in the cold weather you might ice up your jet washers and things. Always a good idea to have a look at the battery terminals. Have a look. So this battery here, look, there we go, we've got a defect. So if you look down there with the camera, you can see that bracket at the bottom, the corner bracket that holds it in, is loose. So I'm going to tighten that up. But more importantly, what we're looking for is these terminals. So this is a good example here. Look at this terminal on this car here. Can you see how it's loose? That's the negative terminal. That's going to cause us problems. The car's not going to charge properly, and it's not going to start, and we'll get all sorts of electrical and running problems. The positive is nice and tight, but we need to tighten up that negative terminal. We need to tighten up the bracket here and do that. So that's what you're going to check. Make sure everything's alright. Check your windscreen wipers, everything else. And that's it. Thanks for watching the video. Cheers.